Welcome to Doctorate Wise. All my presentations are soliloquies. Soliloquy means uh, these two Latin words. Soliloquy is a word derived from two Latin roots. Solus means oneself. Loquo means speech. So speaking aloud from one side is called soliloquies. That's why in my presentations, just I am giving gap between expression to expression or idea to idea, organized ideas. So because I am giving one side presentations, one way presentation, it's not face to face interaction. It is the main reason to give gap in between idea to idea to understand it better and better. It is the main intention behind it. Okay. Out of four LSRW skills, listening, speaking, reading, writing. Already we have finished three skills. Listening finished, speaking finished, reading finished. All techniques, based on techniques. Today we take the last topic of LSRW, writing skill. If you want to become a speaker, what do? Train to your tongue. If you want to become a good listener, train to your ears. If you want to become a good reader, train to your eyes. If you want to become a good writer, train to your mind. So this is the order. If you train to your tongue, you will become a speaker. If you train to your ears, you become a listener. If you train to your eyes, you become a reader. If you train to your mind, you become a writer. So these are the four skills, language skills. Any language is having these four skills: listening, speaking, reading, writing. Listening, already I gave you some tips, techniques to improve your listening techniques, listening skills. Next, speaking. What is speaking? How to speak better and better. So techniques or tips have been given to you. Coming to reading. What is reading? What are the types of reading? How to enhance your reading skills? It is also provided to you. Today our topic is writing skill. As Francis Bacon says, reading maketh a full man, and writing maketh a complete man. Maketh means makes. Maketh is an old English expression. Maketh means makes. If reading makes full man, writing makes complete man. How can you say that the person is a complete man? If he is able to write well, that person is called a complete man. Among all these four LSRW skills, listening, speaking, reading, writing is at most difficult. Why? Because so much of attention is required for you, concentration is important for you, structure of the language is also very important. So writing is the most difficult, and it is a document. Writing is a document. So if you listen, you forget sometime. If you speak, within minutes, people forget it. If you read, after some time, you forget it. Once you write at least a sentence, it is forever. That is the power of writing skill. All written documents. Still we read ancient books, classics, mythology, all these books, years and years before they were written. Some writings were on lithography. Lithos means stone, graph means writing. So lithography, writing on the stone. Ancient people used to write on stones. So still they are there. It is the power of writing. So now we are using digital writing, paper writing and digital. We are using latest pattern. It is called digital writing. Whatever the form is, but writing is at most important. Why writing is important? Because it is a permanent evidence, documented evidence. So how to improve your writing skill? How to improve your writing skill? It is the question today. It is the topic today. What is writing? To write something on a paper or in digital platform or type, whatever it may be, any form, but writing is the same. Ancient people used to write on papers. Previous people used to write on papers, letters, inland letter, postcard. Now we are sending mails. Maybe process is different, communication, mode of communication is different, but the pattern is same. There is no change at all. If you know how to write a letter on paper, it is possible for you to write on digital platform. But process is important. The pattern is important. Language is important. To get command over written language, what is important? So what skills are required for you to write better and better? The best part of writing is to know the basics of language. If you want to become a good writer, if you want to write well, if you want to write clearly, correctly, effectively, without any error, first you need to focus on fundamentals of language. So written language is much and much attention is required than other areas. Than speaking, than listening, than reading. Written language requires more and more concentration. That's why people don't write, except 1 or 2% people able to write. Remaining students, remaining people never touch that area. Writing means they are scared to write. So what to write, how to write, whether it is correct or not. This kind of problem they have been facing. So how to write well? What are the important factors to write better and better? The first and foremost thing is, first you should focus on basics and fundamentals of writing, written language or written communication. So what are those things? The first and foremost is, first alphabet of the language is very important. So coming to English 26 letters, coming to Hindi, Telugu 56 letters, like it. Any language, alphabet. So this is elementary thing. After that, focus on words. Focus on words. Learn new words very quickly and search for synonyms for the given word. Suppose you look at a word, immediately you search for different kind of synonyms for that given word. It is the best process. It is the best method to improve your writing skill, because words are utmost important in writing. Words are like sheets. Very important. Words are very important. And connecting one word to another word, it is also very important. Suppose you write a word, and what will be the next word, and what will be the next word. This is called word order. Word order. The next is about punctuation marks. Generally, people neglect punctuation marks. Punctuations are not there in listening and speaking, and as well as reading also. Just simply we skip all those things. We keep on reading words or sentences. When we speak continuously. Sometimes we give gap between expression to expression, but we don't focus on commas, full stops, all these things in communication, the remaining communication method. Listening skill, reading skill, as well as speaking skill. Coming to writing skill, there you should focus on these areas. Punctuation marks. What is punctuation? First one, full stop. At the end of a sentence, you should use full stop. That is very important. At the end of each and every sentence, there should be a full stop. Full stop is important. Next, comma, not comma. Comma divides two ideas in a sentence. That is comma. Next, question mark. If you ask some question to, where are you going? At the end, you should use question mark. Are you writing? Just full stop. Full stop is different, question mark is different. Each and every sentence begin with capital letter. Each and every sentence begin with capital letter. And the names of people, places, and countries, currencies, all these headings, you should use capital letters. And abbreviations and acronyms, you should use only capital letters. Capital letters are important, commas are important, full stop is important. As well as colon. Colon means different kind of things, you should use colon, and semicolon. So these are basic punctuation marks. You should take a little time to practice all these things. Next, exclamation means feeling. To create some feeling, you should use exclamation marks. Among all those things, Better to focus on especially capital letters as well as question mark and capital letters, question mark. Next, full stop and comma. These four are primary things to write better and better. If you want to become a writer, if you want to write anything, coming to punctuation marks, you should focus on these areas, especially first, capital letters. Where should I use capital letter? That is very important. Next to question mark. Where should I use question mark? Next, where should I use full stop? Where should I use comma? So where should I use exclamation marks, semicolon, colon? These are called punctuation marks. So coming to written communication, to write clearly, correctly, we need to focus on basic structure of the language as well as these things, punctuation marks. Apart from it, you should focus on simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence. These three type of sentences. Any sentence, any paragraph is divided into these three sentences. In Telugu also, in Hindi also, any language is like it. It's not coming to only English language. We write Telugu, a simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence. Simple sentence means one sentence. You want to say something, just say it in the single sentence within a subject, verb, object. There ends the matter. The sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. It is called simple sentence. Compound sentence means two sentences. Add, and. So, and is used. So is used. Two ideas are there. One idea to another idea. It is called compound sentence. Complex means more than two is called complex. Complex means complex ideas, complex sentences. More than 2, 3, 4, like it. Any paragraph, any draft, written draft, whether it is a small essay or paragraph or a novel or any book, any written document is based on these three areas: simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence. Isn't it? So first, what do? First, you should focus on vocabulary, good words, and look for the synonyms of those words. Next, punctuation marks. Punctuation means capital letter, full stop, comma, semicolon, colon, exclamation marks, these things. Question mark, all these things. This is punctuation. Second, focus on. Next is about simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence. If you learn simple sentence, 100 sentences, or if you learn compound sentences and try to change it into, convert into compound to simple, simple to complex, and if you learn compound to complex and complex to compound sentences, as the students have been using in textbooks, but it is not correct. You will be confused. Better to focus on identify the sentences in a look at a paragraph, look at the sentences, identify the simple sentence in that paragraph. If there are three simple sentences in a paragraph, look, identify those sentences. Complex sentences, compound sentences. Your aim is to focus on those sentences and keep on practicing those kind of sentences instead of transferring one area to another area, another area to another area. Suppose in your mother tongue, you keep on translating idea to different ideas, you will be confused. The same way, students are using complex to simple, simple to compound, compound to complex. This leads to confusion. Instead of confusing yourself, first you should learn the basics or the main purpose of simple sentence. What is simple sentence? What is compound sentence? What is complex sentence? This is there. Next, in between articles. So A and these three are articles. So everybody knows, but these three are there, but many confusions. Why? Because where to use article, where you should not use article. And prepositions, in, on, at, simple prepositions, compound prepositions, like it. So there is a big problem with the preposition usage and article usage. If you keep on doing it, you overcome all those things. Then how to improve your article usage and preposition usage? When you first you look at the paragraph, identify how many articles are there in the first paragraph, how many articles are there in second paragraph, how many articles are there in third paragraph, And how many prepositions are there in first paragraph? How many prepositions are there in second paragraph? Try to identify those and look at the sentence and how that particular preposition or article is used in that sentence. There you should focus on. It is easy for you to improve or improvise your grammatical structure. Next, this is about grammar. For written language, grammar is at most important. English grammar is at most important. The problem with grammar is grammar itself, English grammar itself is not English grammar, it is Latin grammar, Latin based grammar, Latinized grammar. It is not changed completely into English language. They simply adapted Latin grammar into and put it into English language. The custom of English is just they simply extract something and keep it in that language. Even vocabulary. Ancient time, 40,000, 50,000, around 1 lakh words were there. Now it is 20 lakh word vocabulary. Why? Because just simply they pick up some words from outside the world and they don't change the originality, the origin of the word. That's why it become complex. Even English grammar derived from Latin language. So many derivatives are there in Latin language. Vocabulary, coming to vocabulary, Latin and Greek language. Basic languages. So the basic language of English language is Latin, coming to grammar, and coming to vocabulary, Latin and Greek. If you want to improve your vocabulary rapidly, you need to focus on Latin and Greek words, root words. If your aim is to improve your English grammar, focus on Latin grammar. So these are the complexities of English grammar. So what should you do? First, you need to focus on punctuation. Next, words, synonyms, as well as phrasal verbs, idiomatic expressions. Next, basic grammar, fundamentals of English grammar. Grammar means about tenses, which tense it is there, the sentence is there. Present tense or past tense or future tense. Present tense, simple or continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. Past, simple, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. Future, simple, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. So tenses. Next, articles, prepositions, and simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence. So these are the basic tools, requirements to write clearly, effectively. These are the basic things. Fundamentals of English grammar is required. Vocabulary is important for you to write better and better. So this is the structure of the language. This is about structure of the language. If you know grammar, if you know vocabulary, just you know the structure of the language, how to write correct sentences. But one more task is there. It is about semantics, meaning of the language is also important. Language is based on syntax and semantics. Syntax means structure of the language, and semantics means meaning of the language. Many students, many people are good at grammar. Many people, they write correct sentences, but they don't write a small paragraph. Why? Because Shakespeare wrote 36, 37 dramas. Writers, especially novelists, wrote hundreds and thousands of pages and hundreds of books. How did they write? Because they didn't focus much on grammar. They didn't bother about it. Basically, they pick up some grammatical structures and they keep on developing it. Knowing grammar itself is not important for you. There is no guarantee for you to write better and better by using grammatical structures. All you need is semantics. Meaning of the language is also important. So meaning is important. Idea is important. How do you get grammar? By learning language skills, you get command over grammar. You can write better and better. You can write correct English. Correct English doesn't mean that you write number of pages to write books. It is different. So you need ideas. How do you collect ideas? By reading books only. Novels, fiction. Fiction means imaginary, illusion. It is fiction. Fiction, and second is non-fiction, means like personality development books. And semi-fiction is also available nowadays. It is called magic realism. Salman Rushdie used magic realism in his writings. Some reality, some fiction. It is magic realism. Magical realism, magic realism. So fiction or non-fiction. mix up fiction or non-fiction. Whatever it is, just all you need is ideas. First, you collect the data, you collect the ideas. How do you get creative ideas? By reading books only, by exposing to new areas, new thoughts. Harry Potter series. If you read a Harry Potter series, you get so much of imaginary things, illusionary things. So it is the best method to improvise your writing skill. From childhood onwards, if you have been practicing this kind of method, automatically your language skills will be improved, developed, or writing skills will be developed. When I was in 8th standard, we had a non-detailed English textbook, David Copperfield by Mark Twain. Mark Twain wrote David Copperfield a novel. It was prescribed for us when I was in 8th standard. When I was in 9th standard, David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens, one of the finest novel, David Copperfield. It was prescribed for us. When I was in 10th standard, Merchant of Venice by Shakespeare. Shakespeare's play Merchant of Venice was prescribed. Instead of textbook, just I focused more and more on non-detailed text because there is a meaning, there is a story, there is illusion, there is imagination. So much of imagination is there in novel. When I read textbook, I read a poem or prose or grammar or this. It is only for a particular purpose, examination purpose. I used it. When I read novels like Mark Twain, Adventures of Mark Twain, or Charles Dickens, David Copperfield, and Merchant of Venice, Shakespeare's Merchant of Venice, I learned a lot. I imagined a lot. Through that imagination only, I came into literature, MA literature, and did PhD also, I wrote books also. This is possible because of imagination. How do you imagine things? How do you create a new world, imaginary world, a new world? By exposing to novels only, by exposing to prose only, prose lessons. So better to read such kind of books. If your aim is to become a good writer, focus on reading. Read fiction, non-fiction, or stories, short stories, any story. O. Henry stories. When I was in school, up to plus two level, every year there were one to two short stories were there by O. Henry. So it is the best way. A.G. Gardner's, O. Henry's. So many American writers wrote extraordinary short stories. Try to read those stories, one page or 1.5 page stories. So it is the best, it is the way to write a language, any language, especially coming to English language, you need to focus on these areas. First, fundamentals of English grammar is important, and punctuation is important, and spelling, correct spelling is important, and knowing similar words or synonyms of given words are important. Next, uh, these tenses, simple, compound, complex, these type of sentences are important. Focus on paragraphs are important. This is about structure. And second, next is about meaning. To improve your imaginary things, illusionary things, or concentration on different things, not reality. Just it is imaginary illusion. There you need to focus on books. If you read monthly one book or bi-monthly one book, your imagination will be different. So read fiction, short story, or a novel, or a drama, or a poem, or prose lesson, anything which you like. Just keep on focusing on these areas, fiction or non-fiction. Definitely your writing skill will be improved. Among all those 4 language skills, listening, speaking, reading, writing is at most difficult, and you need to focus more and more on writing skill. So, suppose you want to become a good writer, first you pick up a paper and keep on writing at least one paragraph for a week. Write a paragraph for a week. That's why many people suggest you to write to write diaries. If you write your diary, automatically you are exposed to writing skill. How to write your daily activities, morning to evening. But we don't get anything in your daily life. I advise my students. So if you have a diary, you do one thing. Every day you write down a statement or a quotation or proverb from the best writer. On the top of the page, you don't write morning I did this, afternoon I did this, night I did this. Don't include all these things. Your personal things should not be there. You do one thing, pick up a writer which you like, whether it is Indian, coming to Indian writers or foreign writers. Suppose Shakespeare, pick up one proverb or quotation from Shakespeare, or your religious books. Pick up one English sentence or statement of that religious book. Next are Abdul Kalam quotations. Abdul Kalam gave wonderful quotations. So you pick up one quotation, daily one quotation from Abdul Kalam's. Today, one date. On that day, open that diary and write one quotation, that your favorite writer or author's quotation. Write it on the top of the page. And beside, below, just you write 2 or 3 lines of a book which you like. If you keep on writing it, automatically your writing skill will be improved. Many students, many people face problem with writing, especially letter writing skills, whether it is personal writing or official writing. In our day-to-day life, we need letter writing skills. I take one session on letter writing. That will be a different task. Just I give a small hint how to write letters. First, you collect letters, the same format letters. Suppose when you come across any letter from newspaper or magazine or net, first you collect that letter, you copy as it is in that diary. Then you realize you are familiar with pattern, how to begin the letter, how to end the letter. If you keep on doing it, automatically you will be familiar with it. Okay, this is the way to write the letter. And after that, just remove the data and fill your data. Keep on doing it, automatically you are able to write your own letter. So there is a process. First, you look at the process, you practice, and you pick up those letters and keep on changing your data, and automatically one day you will become a letter writer, good letter writer. Letter writing is a great hobby. It's not easy. Uh, John Keats wrote extraordinary letters to his friends, as well as when Nehru was in jail, he wrote letters to Indira. Letters to Indira book is there. By reading those letters only, Indira Gandhi became expert in science, technology, languages, and Indian originated languages, everything. That is the power of letter writing. It's not easy task. That's why all you need is, any writing is difficult or not easy. Just you need to focus on it, practice it, and always think about it, and keep focus on reading as well as writing. Read and write something out of it. If you read a paragraph, write your own comment on it, 2 sentences or 3 sentences. If you read a short story, pick up your own summarization on it. Then you are able to write well in further and further. But from childhood onwards, you have been exposed to this area. Instead of memorizing it and put on the paper and getting marks, that is different. Marks are different, writing skill is different. Students get 98, 99 marks in English from LKG to a graduate level, but they are unable to write a simple letter, a small letter, a leave letter, or any other letter, because they don't know the format itself. The format is also very important because they never exposed it except the examination pattern. So this is about writing skill. So all you need is punctuation, basic structure or basic grammar, and tenses, and simple compound complex sentences, as well as reading. If you read well, you write well. If you don't read well, you can't write well. It is the link between reading and writing. If you are able to read well and write well, you are called a literate person. If you don't know how to read well and how to write well, you are called an illiterate person. It is your judgment. You judge yourself whether you are illiterate or illiterate, even though you are educated. Many educated people are not literates. According to academics, you are a literate person. But here, coming to languages, it is very difficult for you to say that the person is literate or illiterate. Getting degrees are different, getting certificates are different, getting command over these areas are important. So reading and writing, these two skills are very important academic topics. So if you are able to read well and write well, you are called a literate person. If you are able to listen well and speak well, you are called, maybe you are called a literate as well as illiterate. Even illiterate listen well and speak well. There is a possibility in listening and speaking for literate as well as illiterate people. Coming to reading and writing, only literate people can do it. That's why, as a literate person, as an educated person, your duty is to focus on reading and to learn the techniques of reading and focus on reading as well as writing. Improve your writing by practicing. Thank you very much for these live presentations. All are live presentations. By this time, I have finished this task also, writing skill. So many people are appreciating me by their voices, by their comments. I thank for those people, as well as subscribe my channel and like my channel. Your valuable feedback is always appreciated. But still, we keep on moving forward. Next will be on soft skills. Next session will be on soft skills. Now, again, coming some of the particular tasks. First one, there are 4 language skills: L, S, R, W skills. L means listening. So listen. How do you become a good listener? By training to your ears. Second is speaking. How do you become a good speaker? By training to your tongue. Third is reading. How do you become a good reader? By training to your eyes. Next, fourth one is writing. How do you become a writer? By using your mind, by using your brain. Thank you very much. Meet you again in soft skills. Thank you.